This is example 4 from the chain rule. Example 4, and we need to find the derivative, or let y equal sine 4 of x, and let's find the derivative of y with respect to x. In this example, we're not going to use the Leibniz notation for the chain rule, so we're going to use the following definition. Derivative with respect to x of f of g of x is equal f prime of g of x, everything times g prime of x is multiplication. And of course, g has to be differentiable at x, and f has to be differentiable at g of x. First, we need to write y equal sine to the fourth of x as f of g of x. So first we need to find f and g. If we let g of x to be equal sine x and f of x to be equal x to the fourth, then of course f of g of x, using the composition of functions, is just f of g of x happens to be sine x, so f of sine x. Now we need to find what is f of sine x. F of sine x is equal, since f of x is x to the fourth, then f of sine x is sine x to the fourth. So it is true that g of x is sine x and f of x is x to the fourth. G of x is equal sine x means that g prime of x is equal cosine x. Derivative of sine is the cosine. Now the same way, f of x is equal x to the fourth, which means f prime of x is equal 4x cubed. Now let's use our formula to find the derivative with respect to x of sine 4 of x. According to the definition, this is f prime of g of x times g prime of x, which means it's f prime of g of x happen to be sine x times g prime of x is right here, so it's cosine of x. Now all we need to do is f prime of sine of x and we're done. But f prime of x is equal 4x cubed. F prime of any input, you take the input, you cube it, and you multiply it by 4. Therefore, our input is sine x. We're going to cube it and multiply it by 4. And don't forget to multiply this by cosine x. So the answer is derivative with respect to x of sine 4 of x is equal 4x cubed, 4 sine x cubed times cosine x. And that's it for this example.